Hello and welcome to the Dr. MEK Explainer series. Please note that this discussion is intended strictly for advanced informational purposes for medical professionals. So imagine sitting in your clinic with that typical osteoarthritis patient.
Right, the one who has diligently done the physical therapy. They are taking the NSAIDs. They've basically maxed out on intra-articular injections.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But their knee still feels like it is on fire, and, well, they simply aren't a candidate for a total joint replacement yet. So what is your next move?
That is the exact clinical limbo we face all the time.
It really is. Today, this deep dive evaluates a surprising, newly published study from the Radiological Society of North America that explores exactly that gap. We're looking at genicular artery embolization, or GAE.
It is a fascinating approach. We all have these patients. They're suffering from debilitating symptoms. Conservative therapies have completely failed after 3 months or more, but arthroplasty just isn't on the table yet.
Right, so to figure out how GAE fills this gap, we have to rethink what is actually driving the pain. I mean, it's not just mechanical wear and tear.
No, not at all. We are looking at abnormal blood vessels, neovascularization developing right around the knee capsule.
Yeah.
And those extra vessels are basically feeding the chronic joint inflammation.
They create this vicious cycle of hyperemic blood flow and pain. So what interventional radiologists are doing with GAE is a highly targeted, image-guided strike.
Exactly. They introduce tiny gelatin-based microspheres directly into specific arterial branches to temporarily block blood flow to those abnormal neovessels.
Okay, so it is essentially cutting off the supply lines to an inflammatory fire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the elegance of that.
And it's very elegant.
But wait, I am genuinely stuck on one pharmacological detail here. The study notes that these gelatin particles dissolve in just a few hours.
Right, they do.
So how exactly does blocking blood flow for a single afternoon translate to a clinical effect that lasts for months?
Well, that is exactly where the key insight of this study lies. You are right, the mechanical blockage is totally temporary, but that brief ischemic window, that short period where the abnormal vessels are starved of blood, is all it takes to break the cycle.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, you are essentially starving the hyperactive tissue just long enough to downregulate the inflammatory cascade and reset the environment. And because the block is transient, you achieve this without causing permanent tissue necrosis or damage.
Okay, so it is like a hard reboot for the joint's inflammatory response. That makes a lot more sense. And the data they gathered to back this up is seriously impressive. I mean, they evaluated 194 patients.
And performed 239 procedures. The sustained clinical effect is what really stands out in those numbers. The researchers saw a rapid, lasting drop in median pain scores.
Yeah, these patients came in presenting a 7 out of 10 for pain. By the 6-week mark, that dropped to a 4.
And the real clinical victory, it stabilized at a 3 at both the 6-month and 12-month follow-ups.
Going from a 7 to a 3 for a full year without major surgery is huge for your patients. But as a physician, when I see a new intervention, my immediate next question is the safety profile.
Of course.
And this trial delivered some newsworthy stats. A 100% technical success rate across all 239 procedures. 0 moderate or severe complications.
Right, 0.
The only adverse events were mild, self-resolving side effects that didn't even require further intervention.
And that stellar safety profile translates directly into long-term quality of life metrics. I mean, we aren't just treating a pain score on a chart.
Right.
By the 12-month mark, 80% of these patients achieved clinically meaningful improvements. They're getting their physical function back, they're returning to sports, handling daily activities, and seeing a comprehensive reduction in overall osteoarthritis symptoms.
So bringing this all together, genicular artery embolization is emerging as a highly effective, safe, and minimally invasive tool. It successfully bridges that frustrating therapeutic gap between exhausting conservative injections and finally needing a total knee arthroplasty.
It absolutely does. But it also leaves you with a compelling clinical question to ponder. We have this strong, robust data for 12 months, but what do the long-term outcomes look like beyond that 1-year mark? And furthermore, if cutting off the supply lines to an inflammatory fire works this beautifully in the knee, could we eventually adapt this targeted microembolization approach for other major arthritic joints?
That is a great question and something you will definitely want to keep an eye on as the literature evolves. You are watching to the Dr. MEK Explainer series. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.